Hello guys, my name is Noel and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Please kindly subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. And please don't forget to smash the like button, okay? And share this video with your friends and family members. So, usually I've made a lot of videos, okay, about how you can study in the Czech Republic, how you can study in Luxembourg, how you can study in Belgium, and different other videos that will help you to make an informed decision on how you can study in the European Union. But today, I have something very, very important and unique for you. So if you have been planning to study in Canada and you are scared of the high tuition fees in Canada and all that, you know how expensive it is to study in Canada. Now, I've found an interesting university in Canada where you can pay a very affordable tuition fees to study in Canada. So I've done my research on this university and I've come up with some important information that will help you to make an informed decision, okay, when you are considering studying in Canada. The essence of my channel is to help people who have the ambition to study abroad but do not have a lot of money to pay high tuition fees. So I'm here to tell you that you have an alternative to high tuition fees paying schools where you can stay study and achieve your goals. Okay? Now, I have found an interesting school in Canada, and the school is Memorial University of Newfoundland. Yes, Memorial University of Newfoundland. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you briefly about this university. I want to make sure I get every facts correct. So, Memorial University of Newfoundland is a public institution in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador, based in St. John's. It has a satellite campuses in Connaught, elsewhere in Newfoundland and in Labrador and St. Pierre and Hallow, also in England or in Canada. Memorial University offers certificate, diploma, undergraduate, graduate, and postgraduate programs, as well as online courses and degrees. Okay? Memorial University is the largest university in Atlantic Canada and Newfoundland and Labrador's only university. As of 2018, there were reported 1,330 faculties at this university and 2,474 staff, okay? Supporting 18,000 students from nearly 100 countries. It's a really multilingual, multi-ethnic university and highly diverse. As a matter of fact, one of my friends and his younger brother graduated from this university, okay? Now let's look at their rating, global rating, okay? The Thai Higher Education World Ranking, University Ranking 2022 placed this university between 601 to 800 global university ranking. Now, there are several hundreds of programs you can study at this university, but I'm focusing mainly on the master's program and PhD programs because bachelor's programs are pretty much expensive. So my focus for this specific video is on master's program and PhD programs. And because I cannot possibly mention all the courses, hundreds of them in one video, I have randomly selected 10 different programs at master's and PhD levels to give you an insight of what you should be able to have in mind in terms of making your decision. But of course, I would advise you to also go and search the university website and explore other courses. So, for example, if I did not mention the course of your interest, please don't get disappointed. There are hundreds of courses I will not mention in this video. So, the selected master's and PhD programs at this university, I have 10 different courses I selected for the purpose of this video. So the first one here is master's and PhD in biochemistry. The master's program is 2 years program and the PhD is 4 years for biochemistry. Then the application deadline, usually March 1st for fall deadline, July 1st for winter admission, and then November 1st for spring admission. And the tuition fees for international students for both Masters in Biochemistry and PhD in Biochemistry are as follows. For Masters in Biochemistry, the tuition fee for international students is between 1,074 Canadian dollars to 1,611 Canadian dollars per semester. That's really very cheap comparing how much other universities charge in Canada. This is like a gold mine, trust me. And for PhD in the same program, biochemistry, the tuition fees per semester is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. An interesting part of it is that you also have access to funding and scholarship. Come on, you cannot beat this. And the funding for this program for Masters in Biochemistry, you have about between 14,250 Canadian dollars to 17,250 Canadian dollars for Masters in Biochemistry funding opportunities. Okay, then for PhD funding, you have between 16,500 Canadian dollars to 19,500 Canadian dollars funding available. You have to apply for it anyway. The second program here that I found also interesting is, I'm going to talk about it now, Masters and PhD in Biology. The Masters in Biology is 2 years program, like I said before, in biochemistry, while the PhD in Biology is 4 years program. The application deadline for both Masters and PhD in Biology is usually January 31st for fall and spring admission. The tuition fees for international students for this program is as follows. For Masters, 1,074 Canadian dollars to 1,611 Canadian dollars per semester, while for PhD, you have 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. There's also funding available for this program. So the fundings are as follows. For Masters in Biology, you have about 17,500 scholarship funding opportunities for this program, while for PhD, you have about 19,000 Canadian dollars also funding available for students who are enrolled in this program. Of course, you have to apply for it. The third program I have in my list here is MBA in Business Administration. It's 2 years program, and application deadline is February 1st for international students. And tuition fees for this MBA program, again, between 1,074 to 1,611 Canadian dollars. There's also funding again available for students in this program, and the funding is 12,000 Canadian dollars. Number 4 here is Masters and PhD in Civil Engineering. Masters in Civil Engineering is between 1 to 2 years duration, and while PhD in Civil Engineering is 4 years program. Application deadline again December 1st for both Masters in Civil Engineering and PhD for fall admission. Tuition fees for international students for this program for Masters in Civil Engineering is 1,074 to 1,611 Canadian dollars, while for PhD, again like previous ones I've mentioned, 1,499 Canadian dollars. Funding again. For the funding for the master's program in civil engineering, the funding is about 17,000 Canadian dollars minimum, while for PhD you have about 21,000 Canadian dollars minimum. Number 5 program I have in my list here is Masters and PhDs in Computer Engineering. For Masters in Computer Engineering is between 1 to 2 years, and for PhD is 4 years. Application deadline for both Masters in Computer Engineering and Masters and PhD in Civil Engineering is December 1 for fall admission. Now, tuition fees for international students for the Masters in Civil Engineering is 1,074 to 1,611 Canadian dollars per semester, while for PhD, the tuition fees for international students is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. There's also funding again for this program. The fundings are as follows. For the Masters in Computer Engineering, you have about 17,000 Canadian dollars available for you funding. You have to apply for it anyway. And for PhD, you have about 21,000 Canadian dollars funding or scholarship opportunities. Number 6 in my list here is Masters and PhD in Computer Science. Masters in Computer Science is about 2 years program duration, while for PhD, again, 4 years. Application deadline for both Masters and PhD in Computer Science is December 1 for fall admission in all the programs. The tuition fees for international students for Masters in Computer Science is between 1,734 Canadian dollars to 2,600 Canadian dollars. While for PhD, the tuition fees is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. Funding for this program for Masters in Computer Science, you have about 16,000 Canadian dollars funding. While for PhD in Computer Science, you have about 20,000 Canadian dollars for funding. Number 7 in my list is Masters in Economics. It's a 1-year program if it does not involve thesis project. If it involves thesis project, it's 2 years program. Application deadline for Masters in Economics is January 15 for fall admission. Tuition fees again, 1,074 to 2,218 Canadian dollars per semester. There is also funding available for Masters in Economics and is about 8,831 Canadian dollars. Number 8 in my list, the 8th program in my list here is Masters and PhD in Environmental Science. Masters in Environmental Science is about 1 to 2 years duration, while for PhD is 4 years. Application deadline for these programs February 1st for fall admission, April 1 for winter admission. Tuition fees for international students, again, for Masters in Environmental Science is between 1,074 Canadian dollars to 2,218 Canadian dollars. For PhD, the tuition fees is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. And funding available for this program as follows. Funding for Masters in Environmental Science is 18,000 Canadian dollars, while for PhD, scholarship available is about 20,000 Canadian dollars. Come on, this is really interesting. Number 9 program I have here in my list is Masters and PhD in Marine Biology. Masters Marine Biology is 2 years program. For PhD is 4 years. Application deadline for this program, there is no set deadline for both fall, winter, and spring admission. The tuition fees for international students for Masters in Marine Biology is between 1,074 to 1,611 Canadian dollars per semester, while for PhD, the tuition fees, as other programs have mentioned, is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. The funding for this program as follows. For Masters in Marine Biology, you have about 18,500 Canadian dollars funding or scholarship of money available for this program, while for the PhD, you have about 20,000 Canadian dollars. Number 10 and the last in my list here is Masters and PhD in Philosophy. The Masters in Philosophy is 1 year, PhD in Philosophy is 4 years, and the application deadline is February 1 for fall admission. Tuition fees for international students as follows. For Masters in Philosophy, again between 1,074 to 2,218 Canadian dollars per semester, while for PhD is 1,499 Canadian dollars per semester. Funding available as follows. For Masters in Philosophy, you have between 12,000 to 18,000 Canadian dollars, while for PhD, you have between 14,000 to 22,000 Canadian dollars funding available. Note, very importantly, this university requires you to have English language proficiency certificate before you can be qualified to apply for any program at this university. It doesn't matter if you have studied before with English language in your country of origin or not. You must have an English language proficiency certificate for you to apply. Mostly they use IELTS exam, IELTS. So before you can apply, make sure you have the IELTS exam. It lasts for 2 years, so plan your schedule properly to make sure you have all the requirements. I'm going to make subsequent videos about different application steps, hopefully, on this school. So now I've given you just 10 different programs at both master's and PhD levels the application deadlines, the tuition fees, and the fundings available for you. So my job is to help you get the information based on my research, facts finding. Everything I told you here are factual, based on the school information as of today. It's your job to explore further and make use of this important information, because information is key. What you know is what you know. If you don't know, you don't know. All right? And if you know, you can do anything. So I hope this will help you guys to make an informed decision on your plan towards traveling to study in Canada. So don't always think it's so expensive over there. There are still few schools that are quite affordable. And that's why I brought this wonderful school to you guys today, which is Memorial University of Newfoundland. Fantastic country, fantastic place, fantastic university. The onus is on you to use this information. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so. And please, you can reach me out through my Instagram handle, which I'll drop the link below this video, and also my Twitter account. Please send me DM, ask me a question. I will try my best to respond to every question as much as I can and as soon as possible. Also, drop your question in the comment section of this video. I always respond to every question asked in my channel. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you will make use of this information for your own future plans. Okay? Do not forget, in all that you do, always give it a human face. I am the Human Investor. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.